Welcome back to another episode of the Tech Service Industry Podcast. I'm Reyshan Parker. I have a fantastic guest today. He is the owner of Pizza Guys. It is a fantastic franchise expanding across the country. The fantastic pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, Shahpour Nejad. Hi,
Hello,
Shahpour.
everybody. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me on, and it's a pleasure.
Thanks for being here. I love pizza. I have never had the pleasure of having a Pizza Guys pizza, so maybe you can walk me through a sensory experience.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reason to have pizza from Pizza Guys, but if you're not close by, we might even come to you because right now we are expanding, and we are born and raised in California. We expanded to Nevada, and now we're going to be in Texas before the end of the year. So maybe next time over in your neighborhood, But
Come on
fly
down to
over.
Georgia.
Yeah, you can fly over anytime. I'll be happy to get you some good pizzas, California
Awesome.
style.
California style. So is it in fact California style pizza? Tell me about
Well,
the pizza. Are we thick
yeah,
crust? Are we thin crust? What are we
uh,
doing?
we have them all. We have the original crust, which I think is as close to New York style that you can have, and then we have the thin crust, and then we have the thick crust as well. Plus other items like calzone and wings and salads and desserts and stuff like that, even pasta.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to want to get into the pizza franchising business?
Well, my background is, has nothing to do with pizza business, but I actually started back in Cleveland, Ohio, when I was going to college, and my first job was, working at a pizza place and paying my way through college, and it just became a very interesting challenge to move some knobs and see the success. And I partnered up with the person that he got me the job, and then eventually I had two stores. And finally, in 1984, after I finished school, I used to have families in Sacramento and visiting them, and how nice the weather was here in Sacramento and how cold it was in Cleveland, Ohio. So that was the reason that was the move to come to California. But the difference is that the recipe that I had in Cleveland is a little bit like an East Coast style, and I knew that if I bring that and replicate that in California, probably it's not going to be as popular, because here is people like more healthy stuff and a variety of exotic toppings and things like that. So I modified the recipe, and we have been very successful in creating what we call specialty gourmet pizzas that nobody else has, and all of
Cool.
them uniquely different and taste uniquely different. So that's our difference. That's our difference in the pizza market.
Tell me about these gourmet pizzas. What's the number one best selling gourmet pizza at Pizza Guys?
We have a white creamy garlic sauce, which is very very popular, and that's our signature for our gourmet pizzas, and that one has been doing good. But what we do is not basically put some toppings together and make it and call it a pizza a different name, because it makes a difference that what you put together and what you combine. And both myself, my wife, and I have two sons that are 30 and 33, and we are all foodie people, and every time we travel we experiment with different pizza places and different places, and uh, we really appreciate a good food, good product, good pizza. And I learned from that, and also because again we are foodie people, we know what a good food is, and we put together a good recipe. That was at the beginning, but now I have a whole team R&D at my office, and basically they know what to blend together to create a good gourmet pizzas. It starts with good ingredients, the best ingredients. That's if you have that, and then you know what to combine them with, you're going to get a good product. It's as simple as that.
I like it. So, random question, because I'm a bit of an insane health nut. Um,
Sorry.
like a little crazy. Like I like ordering a pizza from a store is a special treat for me because I avoid seed oils like the plague. I
Hmm.
avoid any nitrates like the plague. Right. So, and two things is almost impossible to get from a store or even ordered out is a seed oil free crust, nitrate free pepperoni,
Right.
nitrate free sausage. And you're in California, so have you thought about implementing this new health fad
Yep.
that is rolling across the country and getting rid of all the bad stuff out of our food?
As a matter of fact, if you ask about anything like that, California will be your number one state that cares about this stuff so much.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been around since 1986, and we have close to 97 stores, if I'm counting it correct, and we have some under construction right now in Northern and Southern California. But we've been around since 1986, and one of the things that I have done is right from the get-go. Um, After the original menu, I said, okay, if you have to change any of our toppings, any of our ingredients, the new ingredients has to be a better ingredients because there's no reason. We never change an ingredients or a topping because we find something cheaper. Cheaper doesn't go with this. It has to be a better product. And because of that, right now we have a whole line of clean product, like all natural chicken that we serve on our pizzas, or you're talking about nitrate. Specifically, we use the California olives that is not in chemical brine. It is actually sea salt brine, which is all
Yeah.
natural. So yes, I do care about that, and we are one at a time. We are
Could
changing.
you get to Georgia, please? I need to order a pizza.
So we do that. We do that a lot, to be honest, because I care about it. If it doesn't taste good to me, or if it's not good for my family, I'm not going to put it on the menu. Let's put it that way.
I love you.
Thank you.
So, as a child, what were some of like your earliest pizza memories as a kid?
Well, to be honest, most of my pizza experience all was in United States. I immigrated to United States when I was a 16-year-old kid, and I don't have much recollection of eating pizzas, overseas, and everything started from here. And of course, we had a nice Italian family pizza restaurant next to the place that I lived, and
Oh.
our favorite pizza was every Friday night getting an extra large with everything in the kitchen sink and anchovies on top of it. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't like anchovies, but having
Classic,
yeah,
classic.
the classic, exactly. When you're teenagers, you need to eat a lot, and a combo would fill the needs.
Well, that explains your love for good pizza. See, if your first inundation wasn't Domino's or Pizza Hut,
No, no,
yeah,
no.
good
Nice Italian
introduction.
family with a nice mom and pop pizza place that they made the best pizza. I still have that taste buds in my mouth, of what it was.
So can you hand
Of
flip a
course,
pizza? Of
of
course
course,
you
of
can.
course, of course I can. Of course, is if you're a founder, CEO, and the owner of a chain, and you go somewhere, employees they put you to test, and if you don't know what you're doing, you don't get respect. So you better be ready to go ahead and roll up your sleeve and start helping, and you got to be better, faster, quicker, what I'm saying, all of that, and you got
Mm-hmm.
to know you got to know your stuff. So I do, to be honest.
Nice. I mean, that's across the board in business, right? Like you,
Exactly.
if you're gonna own one, you should know it inside and out. So in case your employees ever test you,
Yep. And
you
they
know what
do.
you're doing.
And believe me, they do. Every opportunity they get, they want to test you. So you better have all the right answers, all the good answers.
Indeed, sir. I love it. So, when I was a kid, one of the first things that I ever made, we do like dinner night, and so my first dinner night, I made a thing called pizzagetti, and it was basically it's spaghetti on a pizza tray, and then covered with sauce and everything else,
Interesting.
and you have to put cheese in it. So I did it a couple times to try to figure it out, but the key is to get cheese into the noodles so that it all crusts and stays together when you bake it.
You got to lay the cheese first and then put the spaghetti on top.
And then the spaghetti, and then a little more cheese just
More
so it
cheese.
binds. but I put cayenne pepper in it into my sauce because I was being fancy. I was like 8 years old, and I was like, I'm gonna be fancy with this pizzagetti I'm making for dinner. I made all these fancy little like cocktails, or like 2 sips of like
Right.
virgin little cocktails, and a bunch of cayenne pepper and sausage in my sauce, and sat down for dinner with these tiny little sippy cups. And my mother took the first bite, down, downed her tiny little fancy drink, and went running for milk.
That's it. A little bit too much cayenne pepper, I guess, right?
Yeah, and that was my first pizza making experience. Do you make pizza at home ever?
Oh
No, you got
yes,
it.
I have.
Yeah.
I do. I do actually have a commercial grade wood burning pizza oven in my backyard that I experiment. And this, all my neighbors and my friends, they expect that every time I have a, backyard barbecue or something, they expect me to have the pizza. So I fire it up. I actually get up I fire it up. The first log starts burning at 8 o'clock, and then by 4 o'clock is ready because that oven gets to all the way to 900 degrees. So
Woo!
yeah, is a good commercial grade pizza oven, and all of that work. Finally, you make three, four, five, six pizzas, and that's it. You're done, and it's gonna stay hot for another 3 days.
Jeez,
Yeah, that's it's really good
I'm a
oven.
little jealous.
Yeah, I
Uh,
have that. I cook often, to be honest.
let's talk dough then. What is the secret to making a really good pizza dough?
Uh, Again, the brand of flour that you use, that's probably the first thing, and the kind of pizzas that you make. You got to understand. I mean, some of my employees and my team tells me that I have a PhD in pizza, and the reason is that I have to understand the the whole mentality about fermentation and all that stuff. So um, what I give examples is that if you make the dough properly with the right temperature and not overheated, and you also let it proof properly in a room temperature, when you work the dough, you get the best crunch after you make the pizza, and we call it like there's a sweet spot, and we like to go ahead and make our dough in a way that it has enough time to proof, and then the fermentation happens and all that stuff, and we get to that sweet spot, and that's the time we use the dough. And it is very challenging because sometimes the rush comes, and you ran out of dough or something like that, and what do you do then? So we have procedures for all of that, but nevertheless, you have to manage your dough, because if the dough is not proofed properly, you're going to get rubbery product. If it's
Mm-hmm.
proof too much, then the yeast is dead and you don't have anything. So it has to be just right, and you know what I'm talking about.
It's a delicate balance.
It's a delicate
Delicate
balance.
balance of dough.
Exactly, exactly. It's just got to be the right. It's not forgiving, because either you're not ready yet, or is the dough is dead. All the yeast is activated and there's no rise. As we call
Mm.
it. When you get that spongy look in your dough crust, all the holes like a Swiss
Uh-huh.
cheese. That's when you have the good dough.
And you get the little bubbles, the little bubblies that pop up on the
Exactly.
top that are literally the best part of the
Exactly.
crust. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm.
tell I tell I tell my crew. I says bubbles are good, and they always like to pop the bubbles, and they all like to use the dough docker and stuff. I said, no, 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 don't kill it. Bubbles are good
that's
because that's where you
that's the
get the
good stuff.
rise.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. So, do you have any advice for anybody who would like to get into the pizza industry?
Well, the way we pick our franchisees are different than some of these big chains, because probably the big chains are looking for investors that come in and they buy a territory or something, and they say, okay, we're going to hire managers and stuff like that. They're looking at it as investment only. But what we are doing is that it's a little bit different. The kind of franchisees that we look for are the people that have the passion for the pizza business first. uh, at least for the first couple of the stores, they have to be hands on. They have to be hands on every day, day to day, to see what's going on.
Because their
And
employees
then,
might test them too.
exactly, exactly. And then after they have one or two under their belt and they get, graduate, then they can hire a team to run their third, fourth, fifth store. Because we do have franchisees that own three stores, four stores, five stores, six stores, and one of them has seven stores. No problem. But they didn't start like that. They always just started as one store operation, and practice enough, got the hang of it. They got the PhD in the pizza business, and then opened the second store, and so on and so forth. But we're looking for people that have the passion. If you have the passion for the business, and you're not looking at a business like an ATM machine, and you care about your employees, you care about your community, all the customers that come in and buy from you. It is a give and take relationship with the community and the customers, and making sure you have happy employees. That's number one. If you don't have happy employees, you cannot have a business. Is as simple as that. If you and you have to take care of the employees as well, for sure. So
Number one. People forget that.
yeah, we're
People
looking
forgot
for.
that for a long time.
Exactly, and that's your bread and butter. I think that's your bread and butter.
If if you pay the employee enough and they are happy in their job, they are not going to leave. But if you don't pay them enough, the environment is not a friendly place to be. It's impossible.
Yeah, I remember that some of our customers specifically asked for a certain employee to deliver their pizzas, or they asked for the employee by name and stuff like that. That's the kind of relationship that we want our employees to have with the customers. That makes a huge difference, and is good for us and is good for the customers. They get that experience. They get that relationship that they're looking for.
All right. If anybody is in Dallas or California and you want to go work at a pizza shop, I highly recommend going work for the pizza guys because
Yeah, we
that's
opening
awesome.
soon.
All right. This is a super important question and an age old debate that maybe you can help with.
Sure.
I feel like you might know what I'm about to ask you. Pineapple or no pineapple on your pizza? Where do we stand?
Well, the short answer is yes, and the reason is that we have different neighborhoods that our pizza places are at, and we have noticed in certain neighborhood a pineapple, Canadian style bacon, pineapple, and maybe jalapenos. Those are the top favorite, and if the customer asks for it, yes, it does belong. Right? Actually, in California, that's what I said. The reason I changed the recipe from East Coast to here is because over there in Cleveland, every pizza that we made, either it was pepperoni sausage and olives, or pepperoni sausage and maybe another meat toppings, and this kind of thing. So it was all about meat and protein and stuff, very little vegetable. And we didn't even have fresh mushroom back then. This is 1986. I mean 1978. I'm talking about. We had canned mushrooms and stuff, so it
Hmm.
was hard to get fresh ingredients. So here in California, totally different. They all want fresh toppings, artichoke hearts and this and that. So, makes a huge difference in what people ask and what people want. And pineapple is one of the toppings that they like, for sure. One of the toppings they like, and we give it to them, no problem. It doesn't sell good all over the place, but in most of the place, it sells really good. It's one of our, I would say, top 10 toppings for sure.
Well, I don't think we've solved the debate, but we've definitely come to the realization that if you like it, you can have it.
If you like it, you're gonna have it. Exactly, exactly.
I enjoy pineapple on my pizza. I, I'm just one of those people.
Yeah, pizza. Just remember, this is something that the Italians brought up. That they say, oh, no pineapple and stuff like that. But in United States, California, or the pizzas in America is totally different. You know,
Hmm.
we just eat what we like. We don't care what they say. We just put any toppings that makes it a good pizzas, and we're okay with it, especially
Have
in
you by
California.
ch- have you by chance had the opportunity to watch Chef's Table Pizza?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's
I watched.
fantastic, right?
Fantastic. Exactly. Exactly.
I knew you had. Of course, you had.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, pizza is its own love language, right? It's its own entity all across the world. There are different styles, different ways of making it, different toppings to put on it. It's like the
Pizza.
fried chicken of the modern world.
Pizza is one thing that what this is what we say. Pizza is one kind of food that you'd never eat alone. You're always with somebody. You're always with somebody else eating pizza. That's the beauty of it. It brings people together, and is always for a happy occasion, sports, this, that, So you can eat a hot dog by yourself, you can eat a hamburger by yourself, but pizza usually you always eat it with somebody else. You know, that's the only food
Indeed.
that is like that. It's a happy food.
You got to share. It's always a share. You don't go into a restaurant and sit down and order your whole own pizza.
You got it.
You're
You
always
got it.
splitting it with somebody.
Yep.
Is there a crazy request that you've ever had? Like the craziest request for a pizza that you
Well,
can think of?
well, we have people that are allergic to dairy product, and sometimes they don't want any cheese on it. Sometimes they don't want any sauce on it. We also do have vegan cheese and stuff like that. That as a request that we you know if they
Dietary
want.
conscious.
Yeah. So as far as the topping and stuff, we saw all kinds of weird, a half and half with no sauce, with sauce, this, that, all kinds of stuff. So
Caviar.
that's that's yeah. I mean, if they want, they bring it. We put it on because we're not going to buy it because, but yeah, we can do that.
But good
Anything.
to know, TikTokers. If you want to go into the pizza guys and take a jar of caviar, they will happily put it on your pizza for you.
We'd be happy to do that. We'd be happy to do that. But the crazy thing was not the actual like different topping or no topping of the pizza. It was a request of um, writing something on the box for somebody's birthday or
Uh,
anniversary or a surprise. We even had hidden, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like engagement ring and stuff like that. This was this all this stuff that the people request, and we'll do it. We'll do it, and this is again a kind of relationship that we like to have with our customers and with our community. So those kind of thing always, something written on the box so they open it up and then that person gets surprised. That kind of thing is good.
love that. I hope they're still together.
Yeah. You want me to follow up?
Go. Right? I mean, it would be a good
Yeah.
story. Be a good story. Good for your social media.
if
Right?
if
Just a
pizza
little
if
follow
pizza
up.
brought them together, they're gonna stay forever. I tell you that.
I love that.
Yeah.
So really important question again. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Good question. Well, my wife is a good cook, so I never ask what do we have for dinner. So whatever she has is
Lucky
gonna be.
you.
I'll say yes. I am lucky. I'm lucky. I'll tell you. But I'm not a picky person. But the only pickiness about me is I don't eat leftovers. I just eat everything that has to be. Even if she didn't have dinner, it has to be something fresh. Anything. A fried egg.
whatever
Something.
whatever she makes, it's going to be made with love and it's going to be delicious.
Exactly. I don't know. Something about leftover stuff. But except pizza. Pizza leftover is good.
Always good. I also like leftover spaghetti. Leftover Italian in general, I'm okay with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That kind of. I agree with you. But a lot of times, that's the only thing. That's the only pickiness about me.
So if somebody wanted to get into the Pizza Guys franchise, say over here on the East Coast, how would one go about that?
Uh, because of uh, the kind of relationship we want to have with the franchisee as far as the support, ongoing support goes, we decided that right now we are not going to jump uh, states that are too far. We're going to just radiant out. So right now our concentration is California, Nevada, Arizona,
In Texas.
and also Texas, which they're all in the same vicinity and stuff like that. And Texas is a huge market for us because we have a big state that we can do huge number of stores over there.
You're
But
definitely going to need to get a brisket pizza on that menu.
probably you're right. They're big on barbecue, brisket barbecue. So for that reason, I hate to say at this time we're not going to go. Let's say open one in Florida or something, open one in Georgia, till we get 100% control on our support system and the distribution in Texas first, and then when we have that, then it'd be another jump to another state farther east. So
which
that's
is
our goal.
which is good advice on if you run or own a franchise company that is expanding to baby
Yeah.
step your way
One of
across
the
the country.
biggest exactly one of the biggest issue that some of these franchise companies have, they get excited about opening a new store, and then one is in New York, one is in Florida, one in North Carolina, and then all of a sudden you don't have support. And even when you don't have the support, you can't, those franchisees, they cannot survive. because they're one of. You need to go ahead and saturate the market with a whole bunch of stores. So that's our goal. We go in Texas, open enough 100, 150 stores, and then, okay, now we're good enough to go to another state or something. So we have to be able to
You got to
support.
build infrastructure. You need
Exactly.
infrastructure and sustainable infrastructure before you move on.
Exactly. That's our goal.
Love it. Well, you're doing a great job, sir. Keep up
Thank
the
you.
good work.
Thank you.
And I hope to taste your pizza one day, because I'm pretty sure all the ingredients on my pizza down here not so fresh.
Get a hold of me. Come. I know you travel to California, so just come on over. Come on
We
over.
might be out there this summer, so I will
Yeah.
definitely be hitting you up and grabbing a slice.
I have a huge facility at my corporate office. We have a full replica of one of the Pizza Guys restaurant inside my office. I have a huge office, and then we have the test kitchen. We have everything. So just come on over. You'll be
I would
happy.
love to. I'm Sacramento.
Yep.
I'm coming.
Sacramento. Come on
I'm getting
over.
some pizza, guys. We're gonna hang out with Shahpour at
Yep.
headquarters. It's gonna be a whole
Yep.
video. It'll be a whole
Just
thing.
remember, Sacramento is the capital of California. Don't forget. Small town, but it's an important town.
And the pizza capital of the
Pizza Guys. Yes.
Bravo.
Born and raised right here in Sacramento.
Well, if we wanted to follow more of Pizza Guy's journey, where might we find all of the Pizza Guy's info that we could desire?
Pizzaguys.com. That's our website. And we have the Instagram, we have the Facebook, we have the LinkedIn, X, all of the social media basically. But if you go to pizzaguys.com, you can find all the links. And there's a lot of information on pizzaguys.com website, and talks about the franchising, talks about where we are, talks about our menu, food, and a lot of the media coverage that we have about who we are and why we are different, that kind of thing. So we are very proud of that. I have a very good team, in-house marketing department, and a great team. I'm very proud of our team, and we are. I'm very optimistic in the Texas market and growing fast right now. In the last 2 years, we opened close to 20 stores in Southern California, that was one of our greatest achievement, because we wanted to capture all of the Southern California, and we're doing that, and we have a lot more territory to cover still, all the way down to San Diego. And then Nevada also, we have two in northern Nevada, in Reno area, and two in Las Vegas. We're going to open more in Las Vegas. And
Yeah.
Texas, again, we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a huge market for us. We studied it for 5 years, and the pandemic stopped us a little bit, but now we are ready. And like I said, we have the first location north of Dallas in that area, and is under construction, and it should be opening soon. So looking forward to that.
Yay. Bravo, sir. You come a long way from that first job in the pizza kitchen.
Working hard and having the passion for the business. I'll tell you that.
I love it. I'm going to need to get myself a slice of pizza now.
Absolutely.
Well, Shahpour, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for all your hard work on that fresh ingredient pizza out there. I can't wait to get a slice.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and hope to talk later on. And keep up the good work.
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir. You keep up the good work, and I'll see you at that corporate office for my slice.
I'll look forward to that. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, everybody, go check out the Pizza Guys. And if you're in California or Texas, go get yourself a slice. Or Nevada. Also, Nevada.
Yes.
Oh, real quick. What do you like better, Vegas or Reno? Tough call, I know.
Tough call. I mean,
I like Reno. I'm going Reno because I like the smaller town.
Yeah, I mean, Las Vegas is a huge market for us, so we just tapped into that market. So it's gonna be a good market, but stay away from the strip.
They'll get you.
I want to service the locals, not the strip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, the house always wins on the strip. So go hang out with the Pizza Guys. Yeah. They're at least guaranteed to give you some good pizza.
Exactly. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, cheers. You have a wonderful night. Tell your wife I said hello, and enjoy your dinner.
Thank you so much. Nice seeing you. Talk to you later.
All right. Cheers.
Order up.